Alright, today's the 20th of January, and it's Martin Luther King's Day, and I decided to plant a whole bunch of bambusa vulgaris wamin bamboos from cuttings. And actually all different types of cuttings. These are a lot younger ones. From my understanding, it looks like these guys would be more likely to root and produce growth right off the bat, but since these guys are relatively light, if they grow, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to build up energy, so they won't put out big shoots right away. Whereas like the bigger culms, this one's not all that big, but they're not going to have quite as many buds, and it might take a little bit longer for them to activate, if they do or not. But if they do, my understanding is that they might actually surpass the younger ones in terms of growth and vigor. And some of them, after just one night of being in the water, have actually put out little, activated the little leaf buds, which is pretty amazing. It's not even an isolated event. It's happening on a lot of these guys. There's one right down there. It's that little green thing, light green, and like right here. Yeah, there's like 3 of these guys. Yeah, so this is belly bamboo, and these are the longer ones, and they just have these, so I'm not really sure if they're going to have any chance, but might as well stick them in and see what happens. Here are some of the ones that I've done already. Like, even the bigger ones, it's like, these are massive. These guys are like a few pounds. This guy is like 4 or 5 pounds in weight. And like the base of it is close to 3 inches, maybe like 2 3/4 on the biggest ones. But I mean, if these guys can activate, they're gonna start setting up some pretty big shoots right away. Like I'm saying, like in like 2 months. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I already have these guys done. And on a couple of them, like on this one, I actually left a little bit of foliage just to see what would happen. I usually don't, just because I don't like to have bamboo mites, and on this particular one I did. What I usually do to prevent this is I'll stick them in water for almost a day, and I'll put in some miticide of a couple of types. I actually still have some in here, but well, they're drowning in here. It's gonna take away all the mealybugs and mites, and I do it to basically all of the plants that I acquire, all the bamboos. And here's a bambusa ventricosa, which is another Buddha belly type, but from my sources, this type actually has greater like size and height potential, but I'm not really sure about that because, based on what I've observed, it seems to produce a lot of Buddha belly producing canes, and it seems to stay pretty small. But I could be wrong. It could just because it's been root bound. But one thing I found out about the ventricosas is that they produce leaves really quickly. This hasn't even, it's probably been like 2 weeks, probably not even, and it's already on the verge of producing leaves on basically all these guys. It's pretty cool. But yeah, those are leaf buds all up and around them. If you're wondering about what type of potting I use peat moss, perlite, and a compost, which is really cheap. This is perlite I got from a feed store. I just use sphagnum peat moss turbe. You can get this at Lowe's, Home Depot, basically any hardware or garden store. And as far as the compost I use, this looks like this. It's actually, I get a cubic yard of it from Hawaiian products. and I just put them into bags and I just use that as a base for mixing stuff. And earlier on today I've also tried propagating some bambusa vulgaris vittata, which is the really common Hawaiian striped bamboo. And yeah, I haven't potted up into 5 pots. This one's a massive culm. But I'm trying to see what actually does better, the big ones or the small ones. And I mix it in this wheelbarrow. So on some of these guys, I might even cut them into 2. I just use a lopper and I'll snip it. I just see what performs the best, what dies, what survives, and I'll keep everyone posted.